Pakistan Stock Exchange is offering an e-IPO system to investors to help them file IPO applications online and to subscribe to securities being offered in an IPO. An investor may participate in an IPO through the following ways. The first method involves an investor performing all the functions himself, meaning an investor may register himself and then subscribe to securities being offered in an IPO. The second method involves an investor authorizing his broker to subscribe to securities on his behalf. Hence, here an investor would be registering himself and then allowing his broker to file e-IPO applications on his behalf. The third and the fourth method may be used by investors who would like their bank or their broker to play a major role in an IPO by registering them and also filing e-IPO applications on their behalf. An investor may approach a bank with whom he has a bank account to register him and then to subscribe to securities on his behalf. An investor may also approach a broker with whom he has a sub-account to register him and to subscribe to securities on his behalf. We shall now be showing you a visual depiction of how the four methods explained may be performed. We shall firstly show you the first method where an investor is registering and subscribing to securities in an IPO himself. Here, as an investor, you would have to firstly visit eipo.psx.com.pk. To register, you would need to select Register from the navigation bar. You can select Individual if you are an individual investor, or you can select Corporate if you are a corporate investor. You then need to fill out your particulars. You can read the terms and conditions before clicking on Register Now to finish registration. An OTP will now be sent to your mobile number. You will have to enter the OTP for OTP verification. You will then receive an email requesting you to set a password for your account. Once you are done with setting a password, you will receive an email confirming that the process of account activation has been completed. You will receive a PIN on your cell phone. Please retain that PIN as it could be required in future for subscribing to securities in an IPO. To log in a second time and to subscribe to securities in an IPO, you would have to enter your CNIC, the password you have set earlier, the time of registration, and the CAPTCHA. Then you can click on Login. After logging in, you will see this investor home screen. To view different listing applicants whose IPO is underway, you can click on Quick Links and then click on Recent Issues. You will select the issue in which you would like to invest. You will then see issue details. To subscribe, you can click on the Subscribe button. To subscribe to an issue, you will firstly have to select one of the following three options. You will select CDC investor account if you have an investor account with CDC. You will select participant account if you have a sub-account maintained with a broker. Then you will have to enter the sub-account number in the field provided below, as well as the name of your broker from the drop-down menu provided. You will select facilitation account if you do not have either the CDC investor account or a CDC sub-account with a broker. Then you will have to enter the number of shares you wish to subscribe to, and lastly click on Submit. You will be asked to enter your PIN to continue. This is the PIN received via SMS after account activation at the time of registration. To complete subscription, you will have to make payment either through OneLink or NIFT. Both options have been provided below. If you select OneLink, you can make bill payment through channels like ATM, internet banking, mobile wallets, and OTC. If you select NIFT, you will be redirected to NIFT's ePay page, which is a secure payment page. You will have to enter your bank name, your bank account number, and your CNIC. Then you have to click on Send OTP. OTP will be received on your mobile number. You will enter your OTP and then click on Pay. You will be notified that your transaction has been completed. Now we shall show you the second method where an investor has registered himself but would like to authorize a broker to subscribe to securities in an IPO on his behalf. Firstly, you will have to go to Quick Links and then click on My Participant. You will have to click on Add Participant and choose the broker with whom you have a sub-account. By doing so, you would have authorized your broker to file an e-IPO application on your behalf. Now we shall show you the third method where an investor may approach a bank to register him and then to subscribe to securities on his behalf. When an investor shall approach a bank to register him and then to subscribe to securities on his behalf, the bank would have to log in. The bank would have to enter its user ID, its password and captcha, and then click on login. After logging in, the bank will see this home screen. To register a new investor, the bank can either select New Investor from the home screen or add New Investor inside Bank-Defined Investors and then complete the registration process. To file an EIPO application on behalf of an investor, the bank will initially choose the specific investor from the list of bank-defined investors given on the home screen. The bank can select the investor by clicking on View User. Then the bank will click on Subscribe Issue and will be taken to the EIPO list page. The bank will then select the issue in which the investor would like to invest. After clicking on the issue, the bank will see issue details. To subscribe, the bank can click on the Subscribe button. To subscribe to an issue, the bank will firstly have to select one of the following two options. The bank shall select CDC Investor Account if the investor has an investor account with CDC. The bank shall select Facilitation Account if the investor does not have either the CDC Investor Account or CDC Sub-account with a broker. Then the bank will have to enter the number of shares the investor wishes to subscribe to and lastly click on Submit. The bank will be asked to enter the PIN to continue. This is the PIN received via SMS after account activation at the time of registration. To complete subscription, the bank will have to make payment either through OneLink or NEFT. Both options have been provided below. If the bank selects OneLink, the bank can make bill payment through channels like ATM, Internet Banking, mobile wallets, and OTC. If the bank selects NEFT, the bank will be redirected to NEFT's ePay page, which is a secure payment page. The bank will have to enter the investor's bank name, his bank account number, and his CNIC. Then the bank will have to click on Send OTP. OTP will be received on the investor's mobile number entered at the time of registration. The bank will enter the OTP and then click on Pay. The bank will be notified that the transaction has been completed. To see a summary of the subscriptions made by a bank on behalf of its clients, the bank can go on the home screen and select Subscribed Applications. To view or generate reports, the bank can select Reports from the navigation bar. Now we shall show you the fourth method where an investor may approach a broker to register him and then to subscribe to securities on his behalf. When an investor shall approach a broker to register him and then to subscribe to securities on his behalf, the broker would have to log in. The broker would have to enter its user ID, its password and captcha, and then click on Login. After logging in, the broker will see this Track home screen. To register a new investor, the broker can either select New Investor from the home screen or add New Investor inside Track Defined Investors and then complete the registration process. To file an EIPO application on behalf of an investor, the broker will initially choose the specific investor from the list of Track-defined investors given on the screen. The broker can select the investor by clicking on View User. Then the broker will click on Subscribe Issue and will be taken to the EIPO list page. The broker will then select the issue in which the investor would like to invest. After clicking on the issue, the broker will see issue details. To subscribe, the broker can click on the Subscribe button. To subscribe to an issue, the broker will have to enter the sub-account number of the investor in the field provided. Then the broker will have to enter the number of shares the investor wishes to subscribe to and lastly click on Submit. The broker will be asked to enter the PIN to continue. This is the PIN received via SMS after account activation at the time of registration. To complete subscription, the broker will have to make payment either through OneLink or NEFT. Both options have been provided below. If the broker selects OneLink, the broker can make bill payment through channels like ATM, Internet Banking, mobile wallets, and OTC. If the broker selects NEFT, the broker will be redirected to NEFT's ePay page, which is a secure payment page. The broker will have to enter the investor's bank name, his bank account number, and his CNIC. Then the broker will have to click on Send OTP. OTP will be received on the investor's mobile number entered at the time of registration. The broker will enter the OTP and then click on Pay. The broker will be notified that the transaction has been completed. To see a summary of the subscriptions made by a broker on behalf of the sub-account holders, the broker can go on the home screen and select Subscribed Applications. To view and generate reports, the broker can select Generate Report from navigation bar. To review and pay for subscription requests from non-track defined investors, the broker can select Track Subscriptions Request from the home screen. We hope you found the eIPO tutorial informative and easy to understand. In case of any queries, please feel free to reach out to us using the contact details being shared on the screen.